ocean crashes, muted explosion. She cradles her arms together. We are brought 2 diamond-shaped tiramisus, and we eat them before we can try not to laugh. Can I dance with you this time? Never, is my response. With a certain sarcasm, of course. Six. Dash, dash, dash. We inch our chairs closer and stare together at the distances. Our love is an eternal lament, a burning ache. She looks down at herself and back at me with her eyes on my neck, and then slowly raises her glance to open to my look and connect. Worlds swim open regardless of a certain lack of hallucinogens, but not their metaphorizings. Ruby's sapphire-looking glass opens in twindling portales as threads of etheric ivory color shoot and pull walls of worlds open, red as galaxy land long since forgotten in its swirl. Smooth tunnel burst, it transforms as we let it transform. A piper beyond sound and only made of music, of pure memory, beyond memory's word, calls, and everything expands, coming back to us. Questions disappear. We move our bodies to a comfortable position. Look away from each. Breathe for a minute and drift back to our eye contact in unison verbatim. You are my beginning. We say to each other. And the world disappears. We breathe as one heart. Dancing the spiral, it opens infinitely back up to us, though somehow temporal and temporary, as she, the other she, is still so far out at sea. We dance on momental and on fire, returning once more to it. This is not a dream. Our faces become ivy around our eyes, and her freckles are stars. Darkness descends about us like a sweeping dusk of perfection's soft creation. I am no longer the least bit glib. Her world is then an unwalled place of violet blue emotional dust. I became her and see my world as she does the same. Mine being one of glittery brown-black, our bridge red magic. As one being and as separate, we breathe open our eyes, the strange sky of real dimension, and look at its ground, with our feet smelling its chalk powder as a touch of urge to walk as we do. The cliff is close. 7 dash dash dash. A violin twinges. Stars comet shoulder level around our auras, and our hearts, vine grass out, purple with an oscillation of all perceptions. It gets darker than it was, perfectly blacker than home wood. No words come as we lean forward, looking at the chasm past the cliff. She pulled back and kicked a rock so I could hear it clink and see its fall, desperate and profound with its passions, coming to life from death's journey and terror's rhythm chaos swell. I rolled up out of it as the stone penetrates a border of blight, black, stark, and flatter than anything to know, though I now did. And it was back to each other, levitated a few meters up and a few apart to poses beyond. We start to glow a certain dark red cosm with other features of various prism, a lexicon of intensifyingity, locuses of color and eerie sparkle thick, so thick in its nature and its kaleidoscope portionings. Spectral and growing, we spiral around each other's eyes slowly one last time and veer left and right, so slow and so growing until we meet as eyes, and being alone, the real portal opens. A forest made of crystalline blood and love, so dark and perfect on its negative, and slow glowing as its celestial time-making roots, as its trees, and glade as its positive. A pool on its right, pure bubbling black, and a vacuous sky void of meaning, and certainly of any need of existence, and the spherish oval of its red forest, the center of all. A pink rose hides, stars in the trunks of those tree-ishnesses. There is no ground, though there really isn't. Our rose causes clearings around it, in the very center it is. We are its leaves lifted up to see its head or blossom, and its core is a turquoise, circle-ish, misty distance of ocean. I cut our stems and we bleed green and bleak, unnoticed. Spots of clotted black trickle for those now around us as soon as gone. A choir of electricity vanishes, and we stare at the beginning. This is the last one. We know somehow this opening to this ocean. A breath drifts out of the thing, and it feeds the forest outside us. I am the breath. I have always been, and so has she. Until that other came along, the one who is semi-lost, way out in that drift of currents. A pink dot breathes future through. All three of us know the brightness that is destined in that pink, that is in that blue-green turquoise cyan. Everything outside us sends back a cheesy reassurance shifting that can only sound like the ruffle of shore pebbles. Sandy shuffling and repositioning utter care settles like the dusts of time. bright foreign symbiotic transience, movement to crystallize. Another break in the pink matter draws us in. For the last time we go through portal and the walls we've all known disintegrate, change. I am the shore of eternity. I am the timeless ocean. Both are our breath, me and hers now, though it was not always until she came, the only other equaled source in any way that is anything, and the other her is its heart, something neither of us truly know. It dances and swims, and we stay ourselves watching cause unfold through the measures of breath. It all flashes and laps like a silver-gray, mirrory, quiet, splashy feeling where everything fades and exists, like a swimming play. The pink calls us all, even as the cyan perfecting its waves stays true, and my golden breath of sandy time pieces aeons. We see it, pinker and softer, then neoner, bright forming, and kiss its becoming. She looks at us, and the it that is all of us soon to gather to what we see clearer than ever. And her look starts it. An oceanic flute sounds through all. 8 ... We let it go. So it came. The three of us. Ocean, shore, creature, swimming, breathing, musicking, winding, proport into a geometry of pink burning glow structure, fixed together like a soldered being or some kind of somewhat complex but basic enough Star Trekky sea creature with an electrical pole-ish body and spines and legs and arms interchanging, hovered about the water, seeing ourselves from an upward angle, and Marietta reassures one last time from the gone balcony gone. Relief trembles in, all is done, and we breathe love. The only thing better than itself. The knowledge that better is forever, every breath after itself. And we flute quietly. Time stops for us, finally. The heart ocean is. Heart ocean. Heart ocean.